Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube DIY crafting collaboration, Love is in the Air. I want to thank my host and my friends Lori from the Farmhouse Stencil Shop and Leah from Make All the Things with Me for inviting me today. Come on in, let's get started. I hope that you'll enjoy all of our collaborations today, and we're going to get started. So I'm going to turn you down so that you can see better. So we're going to start with this metal heart that I got from the dollar store. And I'm just taking a dry brush and dipping it in some paint to put on our heart. So I'm using Cream Puff by Paint Pixie. I also mixed a little bit of First Frost, Christmas green, and then some brown in the chocolate souffle to make my green. And then for my pink, I've got some candy apple and some saltwater taffy. So those are the colors that I've used. I am just dipping them in there, and I'm also just put a little bit of that First Frost to the side. I'm just going to add a little bit of it in places as well. It's more of a shimmer. I'm liking the way it came out. Now I also do these, you can do them in a more primitive colors if you want to, if you were using it for something a little bit more primitive. Let me get a little bit more of our green right here, and I'm just using my same brush and just dipping it in there. Here, add a little brown if you need it. And I love mixing colors, that way I get the color that I really want. And then I'll probably mix a little bit more of this white and red to get a little bit more of a pink on that paper there, because I probably will use it again. And I'm going to take my clean piece and put on top of that. And now let's take our board, and I did not paint my board because I'm going to put this thicker paper on there, and this came from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to use my Forcefield. Whoop, kind of sprinkled that everywhere, didn't I? Oh well, it'll be all right. I just kind of was getting wild with it there. Going to take the paper, and because this is thicker, I won't have to really dry it like I normally would dry to be able to use it. We're going to put the iron on it. I'm just going to go ahead and press it down. Press this down here, and I do. And I'm going to put this one on top of this. Just like that. Line it up here at the top. I'm going to make sure it's on my glue. And get that down. Ironing it's going to really help. And we're going to put just a little bit of glue right here where we're meeting our paper, just to make sure that has a little hole. So sometimes with your thicker paper you do have to do that, because sometimes it will want to stick up. And to make sure that it's right, I like to just put just a little tab of glue. I didn't have room to put it on the table. Okay, side. Just something to kind of bear with just a little bit. I'm going to put right here. We're going to need to do, and I kind of like a 3D effect, so I think I'm going to put some little blocks under mine. I think that will help hold it better. So I'm just going to take a couple of the little blocks and use those. And I think that's going to give it a better look, and then it also will hold it just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and put those on. Now, when you're dealing with metal, you have to give it a little bit of different glue. You have to use some Tight Bond, quick and thick, and your hot glue, because what happens with metal is metal does not like just hot glue. So I'm just going to put that at each end. Put a little hot glue in the middle, and this should hold it right now. Now you don't have to put it up. It just gives it a little bit better hold if we do it that way. We're going to take our hot glue and put 2 strips of it right in there. And I'm going to put one there, one here. And then our wood is directly attached to our paper. I'm going to put one right there, and this one on this side over here. There we go. And that's going to help hold our piece of metal. Then we're just going to put some hot glue on our wood, just like that. And then we're going to eye that. Let me stand up just a moment and make sure I get that kind of where I want it on our board. Now I'm going to press down, and I'm just going to hold it down for just a minute so it can go ahead and adhere to that. There we go. That seems to have worked. Okay, and now let's get our other piece that we're going to put on here. We're going to use this big heart in the middle. I've taken it, it's cardboard, I've taken it and I've taken the top off. I don't worry if there's a little pieces in between. I like that, so it doesn't bother me. And we're going to take that green. I think I'm going to like the green because I'm putting a little green heart in the middle, and I'm just going to kind of touch that a little bit, and I'm dry brushing it on my piece of cardboard just like that. A little bit more of the darker green, just kind of blending that in just like that. That looks good with the green. Okay, so that'll kind of go in the middle there. And then I'm going to take this little piece here, a little piece that I cut out of a print from Reba Rose Creations, and that's going to go on top. So let's give that a little bit of a dry. And then I'm going to take my little tool, and I'm going to put a little bit of that lighter green on there. You can take a little bit off. I'm just going to kind of drag that a little bit. Just drag it a little bit on the sides, just to give it a little bit more of a different, almost a chippy look. You can do this for your chippy look. And I'm just going to use now that's just going to give it a little bit of a different look. You don't have to do that, just a little extra step I like to do. It's coming out now. Now I'm going to take my Forcefield again, my decoupage medium, and we're going to put it on here so that we can get our piece on that we have. And it does go on a little wet on your cardboard because it is cardboard. Let's put a little bit more at the bottom. Make sure we've got that covered. We're going to put our little piece on there right in the middle. I think that's going to be so pretty. It's going to go pretty with that paper. This, just to give it another look. I'm going to like that. And I'm just going to do, because we do have still the metal, I'm going to put a little bit of the Quick and Thick, a little bit of hot glue on there, just to give it an extra adhesion. I'll put my hot glue in between. Make sure that we get that in the middle. Let's put a little hot glue. Okay. get this in the middle of our heart. I'm liking the way that looks. We'll probably add a little dark wax to it. Let's put some cream puff. I'm just going to put some paint right here and try our cream puff, and we might want to let me get another brush. I use a lot of brushes, and I like to wet my brush. That kind of just gives it a little smoother going there. I'm going to just take that. I think we'll just paint it cream and see how we like that. Got those done. That didn't take any time. Okay. Okay, and I think I'm going to take my scissors. Now, one great thing about this is that you can cut it with the scissors. I'm going to even that up right there where that little heart is. I'm going to take that end off and just take my paint and touch that back up a little bit. Now, let's do some of the Type Bond Quick and Thick again. Sometimes you have to give it a little pat because it likes to be stored upside down. I think you can still see. We're going to move that in up under this piece a little bit. Let's see, I got it a minute ago. There we go. Let's put that right there. And we're just going to press it down very easily. And that's going to kind of give that a little hide there. Let's make sure we've got it bumped up to the other one. We do. Okay, and that'll let us know we want to trim off right there. Let's put it on. And this is something that's going to hold. You're not going to have to worry about it just shrinking, cracking, any of those things, because this is going to hold up very, very well. All right, we're going to slide that in under there. Okay. And then I'm just going to trim this end off, just like that. Okay. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that paint and put it right here at the end of that one. There we go. Just a little bit at the end there. Okay, we'll let that kind of dry up, and then we might put some dry brush some on it. Isn't that pretty? Looking good. All right, let's see what else we might want to add. Let's see, where did my cream? Okay. Let's paint these up in the cream. Since we've got that color out, we'll just use that. I think I need just a tad more, just a fuzz. There we go. Let's paint those up in the cream. Okay, let's see if we can take a little bit of our pink now. May have to mix some more up here. Take some more of that white. And I think we'll just take, I'm thinking I might just use the dry brush. Let's get one of those. I think I'm gonna like that better. Just put a little dry brush on there. Sometimes regular brushes will just put too much. If you just want a dry brush, you just use some old, this is just a Dollar Tree old brush. That's what I use these for. It's just a dry brush. I wash them back out, keep using them. And I'm just dry brushing that up just a little bit with that pink. Not a lot, not a lot. Just a little dry brush. And it may be something you don't like. You can leave yours cream, either way that you'd like to do them. Get a little bit more of our Type Bond, put those on there, and I think that'll be pretty. Okay, I'm going to put that one there. And this one over on the other side. There we go. Oh, that looks pretty. That just set that off a little bit. And I'm not sure we're going to put anything else. I'm kind of loving it like it is. I think it's just pretty, kind of simple, not too much. And I think that just kind of all ties together. So that's what we've got on this. Let's take our pink and just put just a little bit here. I don't want it real dark down here, so I'm just going to dry brush it with what paint I've got in there, just very, very lightly. Very lightly. And I think I'm going to like that just kind of really light and dry. I'm going to put a little cording on the back for, just going to put a little, I don't think our Ryobi is still working. No, it completely went out. We'll use the other one. And let's just put a little piece of jute on the back, and that will be our hanger. And I like to do mine kind of a hidden hanger, so I'm just going to do mine very short right down in here, so that when you pull up on it, that it does not show above your picture. I like mine kind of what's called a hidden hanger. I'm going to tie that off just a little bit. I'm going to get it good and strong. What I like to do is just take a piece of material and put right across here. So let's get a little bit more glue right here and put that on there. That gives it an extra hold. We'll put a piece on this side. Take one more little piece. This is just a little piece of material. We're going to put that on this side. Just put you some good amount of glue there. And then I'm going to bring it up just a little bit, just so kind of even out with that other. And put that piece on there. And then when you pull on this, it's not going to go any higher than where you're putting it. So it should go right there to where I can hang it. Okay, we're going to cut that off. And that'll be our little hanger for the back. And that will finish it off. And I hope that you like what I have today. Let me turn you back up a little bit. It was so good to see you today. Thank you for joining me. Please subscribe to my channel. And I hope that you enjoyed that little quick Valentine or love, whatever you'd like for it to be. I didn't do mine just where it just screams Valentine's. It says love for all the time. So love is in the air. Thank you for being with us, and I hope that you will join us again.